when my nigga left me for a nigga.
Hit me. Hold up. Soon as I get home, girl, I'ma make this love to you, baby. I've been gone too long from you, baby. Soon as I get home.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is gonna be a story time. This story time, y'all already can tell by the title, but it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. Today, as you can tell by the title, I'm doing a story time on when my nigga left me for a nigga. So, it all started in high school. Me and this boy had got real close, and I started being a flag girl in the band. He was always in the band, but this was my first year in the band, I think. Yeah, this was my first year in the band. Y'all excuse the noise, my daughter is right here beside me. But yeah, this was my first year in the band, and I known this boy for a long time, since I was in high school. I was in 11th grade. He was in 10th grade. I was always a year ahead of him. And we always was close. Me and him was always close. But I didn't know much about him until I got in the band. I always seen him around school, but we never talked or anything until I got in the band. So me and him started talking or whatever. And no, we actually had a class together. Me and him had JROTC together. And this is crazy, I'm telling this story because everybody know about this. So yeah, me and him had JROTC together, and it was me, him, his best friend, which was a female, and my sister. All of us was in JROTC class together. And he knew more than we did about JROTC because he was doing it for 9th and 10th grade. I only did it 10th through 12th grade. So yeah, this was my second year in JROTC, and I didn't learn a lot in my first my 10th grade year of JROTC, so he had to teach me the basics or whatever. So we'll go outside, we'll like do the flag. Y'all know how people do the flag. Me and him started getting close, and you know, he was asking me like where I was from and all that, and we just started getting close from that day because we always had to go put up the flag. Yeah, one day it was just me and him. Usually it'll be the whole class so they can show the new people how to do it. But this time the man was like, why don't you and such and such, I'm not going to say his name because he might watch my videos, I really don't know. But he was like, you and such go put up the flag, you know, just to see if we can do it with each other. So me and him go outside, I'm holding the flag. Y'all know y'all got to hold it like this. So I'm holding the flag, and he's like, you're funny. He was always goofy, and he was like, you're so funny or something. I don't remember what I said, but he used to always say, you're so funny, you're so country, because he was from where I went to school, and I was from like 40-50 minutes away from where he was from. So he started talking to me about his life, and he was saying how he was stressed out because he was playing basketball and he wanted to make his basketball career bigger than what it was. So he played basketball as well. I didn't say that, but he played basketball as well. So he was like, y'all, you and your sister, because me and my sister was in the band. So he was like, after our band competition, he was like, we have a band competition Friday. So he was like, if you and your sister want to ride with me, because I have my license. He had his license, I didn't. So he was like, I'm driving my mom's truck. So if you and your sister want to ride with me, y'all can. So we rode or whatever. Friday came, and after the band competition, we all rode out and get something to eat. And he was like, you gonna let me get your number? And I'm like, you know, my mama, I was like, my mama ain't gonna let me text this boy, y'all, because that's how my mama was. But I had a phone. So I just snuck him in my number or whatever. And I'll say 2 days passed, and I called him from my house phone, y'all. And I was so scared. Like, I was scared. I don't know why I was scared, but I was scared. So we started talking, and we got closer. So like a month later, we agreed from talking on the phone every day after school and all that, and me riding with him from the band competitions or whatever. After we get off the bus, we'll go get something to eat. So yeah, after that, he asked me out, and we started going together. Now, after we started going together, we got closer and closer. We never, and here's the red flag, like, he was so mature. He was so loving. When I called him on the phone, he was just like me. Like, he was like me, and he understood where I was coming from. Everything that I talked to him about, he understood. So, yeah. And, yeah, one day we was on the phone, and he was like, you know, I'm just confused about life. I don't know what I really want in life. I don't know what I want to do in life. And I was like, what you mean? And he was always like, I'm just stressed out. I don't know if this is what I want for my life. I don't know what to do. He was like, I have a secret, but I don't want it to come out, and I don't want everybody to know my secret. And I'm just looking like, okay, I'm your girlfriend, so you're not going to tell me your secret. Like, I'm your girlfriend, you're not going to tell me. So, yeah. One day we was going to finals or something for the band thing. And, one day he was just acting weird. And I remember me and my sister went to the bathroom to change our clothes because we had to wear a t-shirt and tights to practice. So I had that on for practice. And I noticed he was being so distant. And all of a sudden, that next day in school, I noticed that he was dressing kind of like feminine. But I didn't, want to say anything, but it was feminine to me. Like, you go from wearing big shorts to Jordans, always had Jordans, y'all, to Jordans, and we had to wear uniform, so he had on the uniform shirt, and he didn't wear nothing else with that. He just rocked his uniform shirts. So this day I noticed he had on this sweater, but it was feminine. It looks like it's a women's sweater, but he made it into like a man's sweater, and he rolled it up like all the way up. Y'all know how they have the sleeves like this. He rolled it up like that. He had this hat, this ugly hat. Like, I don't even know what he was thinking when he had on that hat. And he had on his regular shorts, and he had on some shoes that looked like they supposed to be Uggs. Y'all know how them comfortable sliding shoes you could buy from Walmart, has the cushion in it. He wore those. He never, ever. I never seen him without a Jordans or Nikes on. He wore that day. So after we get out of school or whatever, y'all know we have band practice. We get to band practice, and I noticed he was acting funny. And I'm like, why he not talking to me? What did I do to him? I noticed, like, in school he was acting distant. I noticed that he was acting distant, y'all. I'm gonna have to sip on something drink. That was good. So I noticed he was acting different. So they gave us like 30 minutes into our break, in our band break. They gave us 30 minutes. So out of them 30 minutes, he asked anybody that they want to ride to go get Hardee's, because we had a Hardee's down the road. So him, his best friend, and two more girls. One of them was his cousin, but I don't think the other girl was his cousin, but y'all know how it is. So they rode the Hardee's, and he came back, and when he came back, he still wasn't talking to me. I'm looking like, okay, what did I do to this boy? Like, we haven't even talked to, disagree on anything, or for him to even get an attitude with me. So I'm trying to figure out what I did. So I don't say nothing to him. I just let him live his little life with his new fashion on, because that's what it was, his new fashion, because he never dressed like that until that day. So he go back in the band room. We're chilling outside by the what is it? We're chilling outside by the auditorium, and he passed by me, y'all. He didn't say nothing to me, so I'm looking like, okay. And his cousin was just had this smirk on her face, which she knew what was going on the whole time. So he walked past me, and he have his little food and his drink. He go to the band room, he eat or whatever. I'm still sitting out there. So his cousin noticed that he's coming down the hallway, but he's crying, and she's like, what's wrong with you? Like, she's like, why are you crying? So I'm looking like, why is he crying? You know, I'm looking like, I don't even know why he crying. And then she was like, what's wrong with him, Shaw? And I was like, I don't know, because he didn't talk to me all day. That was my excuse. He didn't talk to me all day. So she was like, I'm not going to say his real name. She was like, such and such. What's wrong? And he sat down. He had his little drink in his hand. And he sat down. He didn't say anything. And when I see him with his drink, I tried to, you know, be real. I tried to reel in, and I was like, can I have some of your drink? And he let me get some of his drink, y'all. So I drank some of his drink, and he was like, you like it? And I was like, no. Like, I was like, no, I don't like it. It was some new slushy drink at Hardee's. And I was like, no, I don't like it. And he just had a smirk on his face. And he looked at his cousin, and his cousin was like, Shaw, such and such got something to tell you. And I'm like, what? Like, and she was like, he don't want to be with you no more. Like, she just said it loud. And I'm looking like, okay, like, y'all saying this in front of everybody. So I'm just looking like, okay. And I was like, wow, what'd I do? And she was like, he have to find himself. And I was like, so I look at him and I was like, what she mean trying to find yourself? And he was like, they put me to the side, him, me, and his cousin. And we went to the side, and his best friend too. Cousin, best friend, me, and him. So we go to the side, and he was like, I don't know how to tell you this, but I don't like girls anymore. And I was looking like, what? And I'm at this point, I'm just like so in shock, like, what? And you saying this in front of everybody, but they already knew. His best friend and his cousin already knew. So I'm just looking, and I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, Shaw, I've been liking boys for a while. And he was like, I like your personality, and I like that we got a good friendship, and I don't want to lose that, but I don't like girls. And I'm just like, what? Like, I'm stuck. At this point, I'm stuck. And his cousin was like, yeah, Shaw, he got a friend. She was like, he's not his boyfriend, but he got a friend. But what topped the cake on this that I left out is one time in our band competition, I tried to do something with him, y'all. We tried to do for my first time. I never had sex in my life. Like, I put that on my kids. I never tried nothing a day in my life. But my first time trying something was with him. And it didn't work out because he just wouldn't stand up. So that was a fail. So he was never my first. But he was the first person that I ever tried something with. But he wouldn't stand up. So that we couldn't even have that work out. So that's gonna be a story time in itself, y'all. But yeah, just know it was a dub because he didn't even stand up. Like, he tried to push it in, put it in, it won't go in. So that's a story time in itself. But yeah, his cousin was just like, you know, he has a friend that he's been talking to, da-da-da. So we have to go back in the bedroom. What I just heard, I'm just like in shock, y'all. But we still have to do our routine because we're going to the families. We're going to the families for another school. So we had competition. And this whole time, I'm just looking like, I'm in shock. Like, what was just said? But I still have to focus on the band because I am in the band. So me and him, we were just airing each other. Like, we were just giving each other the eyes. And when he see me looking at him, he'll just like turn, like just try not to look at me. So yeah, I go home. He don't say nothing else to me. I go home. This was a Friday. Keep in mind, this was a Friday. I remember it like it was yesterday. This was a Friday. So I go home that night, that Friday night, because we have a competition that morning. So I go home and I'm calling him. He's not picking up the phone, y'all. He would not pick up the phone. I don't know if he thought I was gonna fuss him out or not. I just want to know, like, how do you know that you are into men? But he would not pick up the phone. So Saturday came, we all had to get on the bus to go to the competition. He sat in front of the bus. He would not sit in the back with me. So I'm just like by myself. His friend come up to me and was asking me was I good or whatever, and his cousin. And I'm like, I'm good. I cried it out that whole night because I was really fascinated with this boy. Like, I thought we was gonna have a future together, like, and he's gay. So I cried it out that night. Saturday came, he would not say nothing to me, competition or whatever, he would not say nothing to me. So we get on the bus that night and he comes, we're at McDonald's getting something to eat. Y'all know after competition and stuff, we go get something to eat. We all got off the bus and me, my sister, one of our friends, it's like 4 of us sitting at the table, and he come to the table and he give me a hug. And this, me and him not talking or nothing. He come to the table, he give me a hug. And he like, how you been? And I was like, I'm good. Keep in mind, he just told me this Friday, that day before. And I'm like, I'm good. And I give him a hug back. And he walk off. That was the last of it. So Monday we get back to school. Me and him geeking. We're acting like we're the best of friends. And we go to, he was playing this couple of weeks after he played basketball. So we went to, he asked me, can I go to one of his games? And I went to one of his games. And when I went to the game, he introduced me to his boyfriend, y'all. So I was introduced to his boyfriend, and that was the end of that. Like, I met his boyfriend. The one that took him from me, I met him. Okay, let's just say I met him. They're not together as we speak right now. But he is married to a man, and I guess he's living his best life. So I was his last girlfriend. So ever since me, he hasn't been with a girl. So that should tell you right there that he's out there with a man. So yeah, I wish him the best though. I'm not mad or anything. I was then, but I done got in all these I done had 3 relationships after him. And I'm 2 kids ahead of that. Like, I've been done with. Like, I've been lost and dropped it. Like, it's dead. But I still wish him the best. Him and his husband, because he is married. So yeah, that was my story time on this nigga took my nigga from me. Okay? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe if you would like more story times. I'm gonna get real and raw with y'all like I did on this one. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next story time. Bye.